I just wanted to do a quick video on this ice fishing bucket rod organizer. I just built this today. It took maybe an hour or two. Really, its main purpose, I was having problems with my ice fishing rods getting all tangled up and broken all the time, and I just needed something simple and easy to keep them organized without taking up too much room in my ice fishing sled. I'm all about dual purpose when it comes to this ice fishing stuff. If you can't use it for more than just one thing, I don't carry it. It needs to be light, needs to be waterproof for the most part, and it needs to be able to be used for more than one thing. In this case, I have a couple things that I want to keep protected, one being my fishing rods and all the rigs and jigs and line. I want to be able to carry them, and I also want to protect my lantern mantle. Almost every time you move these lanterns, the mantle goes bad, and then you have to replace it, so it's important to keep that from shaking around too much. So let me show you what I got. First off, I cut the bottom of a 5-gallon bucket. It's hard to see. I cut the bottom of another bucket a few inches high. I drilled some holes through there for the butts of the rods, and here on the top I cut some Schedule 40 PVC, and if you can see here, I drilled a few holes for relief just so it flexes a little easier, and I put a split on one side so you can kind of just pull that like that and slide your rod right through there. Hard to do this with one hand. There we go. You slide your rod right in and out of that and right back in. And I just put a bolt through here with a lock washer, easy enough, you know, simple enough to just throw together in a few minutes, really. And let me show you. The lantern fits in there nice and tight. It goes right down in the hole of that other 5-gallon bucket that I cut out. As do the rods. Let me pop a few of these out of here, just so I can bear with me with the camera. This isn't easy to do one-handed, but with two hands these pop right in and out of here. Now that the rods are removed, yeah, you spend all this money on this gear, you hate to see them get broken every season. So something needed to be done, and I didn't want to go out and spend $100 on a rod case. Really, I'm not about fancy. I just like stuff to work. Okay, there we go. As you can see, the bottom of this, I cut 4 or 5 holes in the bottom, and that stays in there on its own, just like this. You can see it here. It's just the bottom of another bucket cut out, and a few holes the right size through there, and that goes down in here like this, and it just pushes tight. And yeah, like I said, it's pretty easy peasy. The lantern pops right down here in the hole, and that holds that nice and tight. And then each fishing rod, as you can see down in there, it's tough, I know. Butt goes in, and you open that crack there. Again, really hard to do with one hand. It's super easy if you have two hands, but you just open that up a little, slide the rod in, and the line stays on the outside there, so it's not rubbing anything. It keeps that line nice and fresh. Each rod's got its own little spot, and yeah, it keeps them organized, independent. And you put the handle up, you put 2 rods in, put the handle up, and you got the carry handle and everything. That's about as easy as it gets, but I'll tell you what, that's effective, and super light, waterproof, and multi-use.